Good afternoon. It's time for another NFL Bucky's Mill Day. This is your host, Mike C. And of course, Star Show. Forever and always, it's Bucky. Say hi, Bucky. Bucky says hi. Bucky's not happy today. We will get to that in a minute. We had two very sad passings over the week. And one is a Lions related. And one is just sports related. We lost a great actor, not only in movies, but in speech. And he did a lot of audios. I believe he read the Bible, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it was the Old New Testament. I can't remember exactly. He was the voice of Darth Vader. He was also in Great White Hope, which I believe he won an honorary Oscar for that. But he was also in Field of Dreams, which is why Bucky has a Field of Dreams shirt in front of him. He played Terrence Mann, and he gave a great speech in that, all about baseball, and he was just a great actor. Controversial, of course, but I mean, who is it nowadays? But we lost him, and Bucky's world is very sad for that. We also lost Joe Schmidt. Now, a lot of you probably don't even know who the heck that is. He was a great middle linebacker for the Lions back in their glory years in the 50s and 60s. Early 50s and 60s, actually. He also coached them later, not very successfully, but he was a great linebacker. And the card I have in the middle, I had two cards. I can't find the other one, but this one has his signature on it. It's a potato chip bag, but it's authenticated. It's the only one I can find. I'm pretty sure I have another card. I'm almost positive of that, but I don't want to spend all day looking for it, so I found this, and so I used that. So rest in peace, guys, and condolences to the families. And they're both great men in their own fields. No pun intended. Okay, the reason Bucky's not happy, the Badgers, and I watched the game, they were competitive. And I want to say this. I mistakenly mentioned in the last video that the Badgers had played Alabama last year, and I had said that they were close for a half. And I was totally wrong. I don't know who the heck they played. It wasn't Bama. It is a back-to-back series. This one was in Madison. Next year it's going to be in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. But they did not play last year. They played this year, and they got stomped, 42-10. They were ahead. They kicked the field goal beginning. They had a costly turnover, and I think they had either just scored or Bama had just scored, and they turned it right back over. But the worst blow of the day was when the Badgers' starting quarterback got injured. Very first series, it was a non-contact injury. He damaged his knee. He was back on the sideline later, just in a huge cast, and that pretty much sealed the fate because their backup quarterback was not. Well, he hadn't prepared, so I don't blame him. But Van Dyke, I believe his name is. It was pretty much over. They couldn't hang with him. They had a stat where the Bama had, 5-star recruits, 4-star recruits, 3-star recruits, and they were all much higher in the Badgers. Badgers had 0 5-star recruits. They were just outclassed, out-talented, and they just could not hang with them. So I knew once that happened that they were probably going to lose. So I'm not that upset. The coach took some grief, but it's like there wasn't much they could do. Now, yesterday, I'm not happy because the Lions lost to the Bucks. They lost 20-16. And So I'm not happy about that. They should have won that game. They did not. Bad coaching, the defense played all right. Not spectacularly. They got a couple injuries. Terry and Arnold got injured, which did not help. Their secondary really did not stop the Bucks a lot. They didn't pass for a lot. They just couldn't stop them when they did. Just that Terry and Arnold got injured, that did not help. I believe the other rookie, Rickshaw, something like that, did not play. So they just did not play that well on the secondary. But offensive play calling was terrible. Like on third downs, at least a couple of times that I saw, I watched the game. I could not watch the game, I'm sorry. I listened to it on the radio with the stat lines and stuff. Third downs, they'd throw it short. If it's 3rd and 8, they'd throw it, 4 yards and hoping he'd break it. They did not go downfield hardly at all. But I've said for countless times, you got to go past the sticks. You can't hope that the guy breaks it. You got to, pressure him. And they did at least 2 times, probably more, because I said I didn't see the game. But, man, it really ticked me off. I hate when they do that. And you just got to pressure them. They didn't do it. And they wasted either a 4.5 or 5.5 sack outing by Aiden Hutchinson, who will probably get Defensive Player of the Week, but they lost the game. And they should have won. They could have won. They had 2 turnovers. Goff did not play well. He had 2 interceptions. The first series of the game for the Lions, he threw an interception. And apparently there was a horribly missed pass interference call, but what can you do? But so they're 1-1. The sky is falling on some of these people, on the internet and stuff. It's like, okay, they're 1-1. Calm the heck down. Now next week they play the Arizona Cardinals and Kyler Murray, and the Lions have had trouble with mobile quarterbacks, and they're getting probably the best, if not one of the best quarterbacks next week. So they better shore up their defense. Had a few injuries. Amon-Ra St. Brown had a minor injury. He probably won't practice this week. They dodged a bullet as far as, actually I shouldn't use that term this week, as far as a major injury. But they might bring in another wide receiver. Kenny Galladay's out there. They'll probably bring another cornerback. The season's young yet, guys, but it's like, man, just calm down, Unfortunately, the Vikings and the Packers both won. And the Vikings beat the 49ers. I give them credit for that. JJ had a 97-yard touchdown, which Carl was very excited about. He did get nicked up a little bit, but I think he'll be fine. No, major upsets yesterday. The Chiefs-Bills game was pretty good. We watched that one. And my fantasy teams did not do overly well this week. It's early. Again, it's early. It's the second week. I have to make some changes, which I do every week anyway. So the game tonight is... I forget who plays tonight. Doesn't matter. I totally forgot. Oh well. Must not be that important. Anyway, besides that, what else do I have on my list, Bucky? Joe Schmidt he played 13 seasons, and he coached from 67 to 72. Longer than I thought he did, but was not successful. And I remember when he coached, but yeah. I believe he was, I thought he was 72, but now that was the year he last coached, so I'm not sure how old he was. He was maybe 90-something. I'll put that in next week. Oh, that last we had 16 views, which is good. It's almost full capacity, so that was good. We were going to get this one out later, but what can you do? So I think that's about it, Bucky. Yep, over 10 minutes. Weather's been kind of cloudy today. It's warmer than I thought it was. We'll see what happens. We need the rain, that's for sure. But we'll see what happens. Other than that, Bucky, I think that's it. I can't think of anything else. Yeah, that's it. All right, so for Mike Scenic Horror Star Show, as always, it's Bucky. Say bye, Bucky. Bucky says bye. Again, rest in peace, Joe Schmidt and James Earl Jones. And thank you for all your entertainment, accolades. And we'll catch you next week. Bye now.